Hey everybody, what's up? Misty here in Mad Vapes of Lincolnton, and today I'm going to be going over some of the details about the new Rev Sports. This is a nifty little mod. It's internal battery, 4200 mAh battery actually, which is kind of what drew me to it. When it comes to internal batteries, you know, you want a delicate balance between, you know, your milliamp hour of the battery itself and the wattage that the device is meant to put out. These actually max out at 101 watts. So for a 4200 mAh battery, it's pretty accurate, and you should get a decent amount of battery life out of that. So, you know, most tanks on the market now, like your mid-range wattage tanks, are going to be somewhere around like 80 to 90 watt range. So these would actually pair up nicely with it. I've actually put my Arco 2 on it whenever I was playing around with this earlier, and it actually seemed to do fairly nice. I've been using a Voopoo, which for anybody that's familiar with the Voopoo gene chip, you know that those are a nicely performing chip. These, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, but they're really nice. It has this lovely little speedometer looking screen on it. It does have a button here on the side, so if you just click the button, you can actually see the color of the LED. You've got quite a few different colors that it can change to. For the time being, I'll try to put it on something that's easy to see on the screen. How about pink? Let's go pink. Another kind of really, I think it's a cool feature, but you know, I like gimmicky things. These have a hood. It's like this little decorative piece. To what I can configure here, it just covers this vent area. So other than just like a cosmetic thing, I don't think it really serves any like performance wise. Like, I don't think it really serves a purpose other than it's cool. And they give you 3 different ones to choose from. Let me grab the other 2. So when it actually came with this hood on it, and then they have this hood and then this hood. Just kind of like a little, almost like a, what is that, Mercedes? I don't know. But anyway, little nifty kind of thing there for it, but they're just a nice little magnetic snap and it's on. It's really user friendly, and this actually has a like basic and advanced mode, so it asks you whenever you turn it on. Usually all that means is, you know, with an advanced mode, it'll give you options to actually make your presets, or at least that's how it was in other devices. I'm assuming that it's going to be about the same for this. Basic mode is what I have it in, and to get into the menu, the same button that's down here on the bottom that changes your colors, if you actually long hold that, then your menu screen will open. And you've got color mode, which you can, you know, set your color that way. Dashboard is actually the way that the screen appears. So there's 3 different dashboards to choose from, and all that is just kind of changing the speedometer look to different ones. You also have a clock feature. You can go to display mode, you can adjust your screen brightness, you can set your time and set your clock if you like analog clock or digital clock. And then that's also where you actually turn the device off if you want to turn it off. It is in the menu. If you click the button, all that's going to do is actually lock it. So it does have a locking feature. And to get out of the menu, you just long press the button again. But yeah, so other than that, it's pretty easy peasy. You can see the wattage will actually change really fast if you just hold it down. But let me crank this up. I've been using my Arco 2, I've been running it a little bit high. I've been running mine at 85 watts on my Vupu. So I'm going to put this at 85 watts and see how it compares. Nice. Decent. Actually, there's not really anything that I'm noticing right offhand that's different from my Vupu as far as the ramp up time. It's got a slight delay. I mean, maybe a quarter of a second, which would be the same ramp up as the Vupu. So for an internal battery device, that's a pretty nice little ramp up time. And if you notice, whenever you hit it, your little speedometer gauge, let's see if I can get it. It'll go up. I'll show you what the different dashboards look like. There's not a whole lot of different. That is actually dashboard 2, what I have it on. Looks just like the first one to me. I think the only one that really looked different was maybe the third one. Yeah, okay, so the third one just takes out the red line part. So not a whole lot of, not a dramatic difference, I don't know. They could have added a little bit more difference there, but I mean, other than that, pretty solid. Like I said, 4200 mAh, maxes out at 101 watts. I wanna say that it's said it fires down to like a 0.08. I'm pretty sure it said 0.08. It does. It says resistance range is 0.08 up to 3 ohms. So it's got a really, really wide range there. Of course, it has bypass mode. It has all the different memory settings, temp mode. It does have a preheat. So lots of really good things. Their packaging is kind of cool. So you get this little extra sleeve, the box. The top just lifts up. And in there is where you have your little inserts for your extra hoods. And it's kind of cool. They give you like a little rubber keychain thing, if I can get it out of the box. Kind of neat, different, better than a vape band. A little bit more decorative anyway. We could all use keychains. And then you've got your user manual and your warranty card. There is a charging cable in there. So pretty basic stuff for anybody that is a car fan. Car gurus would probably love this. It'd be right up their alley. They have a very durable, like heavyweight feel to them. Even having my tank on here, it doesn't make much of a difference. Here's the red one. You know, the tank doesn't really add a whole lot of weight to it. They're just naturally like a heavy feel. It does look like it's a solid metal frame, external body. So there's basically, that just means there's no screws visible. It's just a solid metal frame, which I always look at that because you know that there's nowhere that the device is going to start pulling apart. There's no screws that are going to strip out. And actually, I don't really see anywhere to take this sucker apart at. So it looks like it's probably a press fit back plate. So, you know, if you ever do have any warranty issues or battery issues, you're not really going to be able to take this apart and mess with it yourself. It is very, very tightly encased with no showing screws at all. But I've got them in 3 different colors. This is the blue, red, and black. And yeah, so I've picked up some RevTech stuff before. These I just thought were really cool because they're internal battery. I have a lot of you guys ask us for internal battery devices. A nice solid internal battery that is actually going to hold up. And like I said, that's actually what initially drew me to it, is the 4200 mAh battery capacity. So yeah, if you know any car gurus, that would be right up their alley. Pretty cool little device. You guys definitely come and check them out. It gets an A in my book. So yeah, come check them out. You guys have a good night.